Hello and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's Dishin' Days, where we're going to give you a full recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives with our very special guest, Miss Paige Searcy. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's Dishin' Days, where we are going to give you a full recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore. I've been gone for a minute, and now I'm back. Yay!
Yes.
I think I'm the only person that's excited about that.
Oh, yay!
She is back.
Woo! Tony's back! Yeah!
Welcome home.
Thank you, Matthew.
Sorry, I was retweeting that we're live.
And that Tony's back.
And Tony's back. Show him your back, Tony.
Oh my God! Can I tell you that's my? You know when Celine Dion came back to Vegas and it was like Celine's back,
yes,
and they had that picture of her with her. That's my favorite advertisement ever. Well, I of course can't do this alone, and we also have a very special guest, and we're going to introduce everyone at this moment, starting to my far over the yellow brick road in Rainbows and Unicorns way. We have...
As where I should be, by the way.
That's exactly where he should be.
Mark J Freeman in the house.
And sitting next to Mark, we have the very beautiful, the very talented, you know her as
very
Jade.
Scared.
She's not scared.
I'm not scared. I'm embracing everything that's
As you
happening.
should.
So happy you're here.
With open arms.
With open arms. We have Miss Paige Searcy.
Hi.
I'm gorgeous.
Paige, so happy to have you.
Yay!
I'm happy to be here.
And of course, we have this one over here.
The gorgeous, the handsome, the fun and funny Matthew Evan Paine.
I'm so glad I wore boots today. Well, there's Bo Bucky. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
And of course, in our booth, we have the very beautiful Pac-Man wearing dress herself.
You noticed, Tony.
Listen, how can you not notice a Pac-Man print?
That's true. You're right.
We have Miss Alexis in the booth. Hi, Alexis.
Hi, Alexis.
Oh, I'm just happy that it's Soap Sundays.
I
missed
know.
you guys.
I missed you guys too. You know what? I feel bad. I didn't even watch the show because I was so busy.
Oh, last week's?
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I was.
Oh my God.
I was running around with
And I
like
was here.
with like all these
watched it.
queens.
I watched it.
Was it good?
It was beautiful.
Okay, good.
We had fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. As long as it was fun.
Went by quick, it felt like.
Yeah. Well, you know, everything in life. Never mind. If you guys aren't already, make sure you like us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On Facebook and Instagram, you can find us at Dishin' Days, or on Twitter @_Dishin' Days. Apparently on Twitter, the @ is implied. And also, make sure you comment and give us 5 stars on iTunes.
Yes. I meant to look today, and I was uploading something, so I didn't want to open another thing on my computer.
I can look them up.
Thanks.
If there were any new comments.
Any new comments?
You got it.
Yeah. And then, of course, we're taking your phone calls live right here, and we will tell you that number later when we're ready for you, because y'all will call in and crash and burn everything.
Cheryl Hawk will be the first
I tried to call in last time. I tried. I couldn't get through.
Because everyone else beat you to it.
Alexis, we need to do that. We need to have like a special line for VIPs only.
I'm just gonna start saving numbers.
Yeah. All right.
I was just thinking that this is my first time wearing a hat on Dishin' Days.
It is.
And you looking good.
And nobody pulls off a hat better than me. I'm just gonna say
That's
it.
not true. I
You
pull
know,
off a hat
I'm
real
really
damn well.
worried. I'm worried you have a negative opinion of yourself.
I just caught my image on your screen, and I was like, "Who is that?" And it was me.
He's like, I do have.
You know, I'm starting to realize that you have a #1 fan.
I do.
Yourself.
And he's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's you. You are.
Stay tuned,
you are,
folks. This is gonna be a good one.
You are your.
I don't even know who you are right now.
Feeling myself. I went to Beyonce last night, so I'm like Beyonce, and I'm feeling myself.
Oh, so now you're Beyonce? Because I've been Beyonce since we started this. Oh, that's how you feel?
What happened during the show? What happened?
Well, we're here. We're actually now about to start. It's now time to start Dishin' Days. And
Hey, do you like to turn the hourglass?
Oh, yeah.
Flip
Yeah.
Let's go.
Flip it and forget it.
Yes. Look at that. She's so strong.
Well done.
I like that sound effect, Alexis.
Well, speaking of Paige and her character of Jade. Let's get into this whole storyline, Miss Runaway Girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, we have run away to LA, which actually hasn't really turned into LA. We're in the desert.
Well, you're in a
Yeah.
hostel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in a hostel
Yeah.
in the middle of the desert. I'm thinking like Mojave more than LA.
Yeah.
And my Aunt Simone is there.
Yes.
She is basically like older Jade.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew I liked her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's interesting how she's half African American.
Mm-hmm.
I'm half Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
do I look really ethnically diverse to you?
I thought so.
She looks like she could be your aunt, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I could see it.
And it was
To
funny,
me-
on your IMDb page, it has your ethnicities on there, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad that was on there, because I was wondering.
Yeah.
And then they showed your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Put it in
my
quotes, 'cause
dad.
Yeah.
that could always
Oh,
change.
I love him, Real.
Yeah.
He's really cool.
Who? Like, I feel so bad for Jade and her parents.
Jade
because-
Michaels, by the way.
Because like her parents just seem like they don't care about Jade.
Well, she's a bad girl. A
Yeah, she
bad
is she
girl.
though?
She.
See, I don't see Jade as a bad girl. I see Jade as a very strong, independent woman who
Oh my
learned
God.
it at a
She's-
Comes
very older
Beyonce.
age.
Okay, she's really young at the same time.
She is young,
Yeah.
She's a teenager, hardcore.
but
Yeah.
she's wise beyond her years.
She is wise.
Yeah.
She has an old soul.
She does, and she's a woman that knows what she wants, even if
She
it's,
takes it.
She does.
Yeah, she.
I like that you didn't
She
wait.
makes it happen.
She
Yeah,
does.
I like that you didn't wait till after prom to have sex. You were like, let's take care of this now so
Yeah.
we can have fun at
We
prom.
didn't even know we were
I
gonna go
love
to
it.
prom. We
I
were
love
like,
it.
so what do you want to do now? We're bored.
I loved it though. I love Jade and Joey together. I just think it just seemed like it didn't seem forced. It just seemed like it just
Like
kind of
it was
happened.
natural, yeah.
And it was natural, and I loved it. And I love your interactions with Steve and Kayla, and it just
my
makes me
God.
giggle. I love
Oh my
it. I
God.
absolutely love
Oh,
it.
those are the best.
I was like anticipating that Steven would be like kind of grumpy with me, but he's so funny with Jade. He's
Yeah.
like,
I know. I love it.
I get you, girl. I get you.
Well, I think
Yeah.
she's kind of like a female Steve.
Yeah.
she
You know?
is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
She's running wild.
yeah.
He sees you. I love it.
Jinx.
Oh, me a Coke. I got
I'm
the
diet.
opportunity to meet you on the red carpet.
Oh, yeah.
And I love myself a good bad girl. And you do it so well, but you are the nicest person in real life.
thank you.
You're welcome. You come in and you're just so sweet. And so for those of you at home, know that we're sitting with the nicest young lady around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Southern hospitality.
That's it.
How do you get into the whole bad girl mode?
Well, honestly, that was a part of my younger self, even though I'm super young right now. I was running wild when I was like a young teenager. So I have that bad girl in me. I was like running around with my boyfriends, getting into trouble, like sneaking out, being crazy. But now I'm like very tame. I'm glad I got that over with.
Yeah.
Now I can concentrate on school, concentrate on work, concentrate on being a professional.
Yeah.
So
I'm 43 and I haven't gotten there yet.
You'll get there, Mark.
it's fun.
You should talk
Baby
to Paige.
steps.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Maybe you'll rub off on me.
I'm still having fun, just in a different way.
Oh, good.
And so basically, I just, get in the mindset of crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
Channeling old Paige.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried though about this whole like compound that they've stumbled
hostel?
upon. Is it a hostel?
Yeah,
or a
they called
compound?
it a hostel.
Oh, did they?
It's like,
Because when they first got there, I was like, oh my God, they're a part of a cult.
Yeah,
That was
what
my
I
first
was
thought.
saying.
too.
Yeah.
I actually still think that.
Yeah, because I was like, these like random people are just walking around.
kind of cultish.
Yeah,
honestly.
a
Days of
little
Our
bit.
Lives
But
loves a good
it's
brainwash
not
storyline.
like a
Yes.
huge religious, I mean, Aunt Simone, she does kind of push things on people. She's
Yeah.
like, we're the 1%,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are the ones who were forgotten, the
Yeah.
government doesn't care about us, and we're just gonna like rebel because that's what we can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is kind of cultish,
Yeah.
honestly.
It was like during that whole conversation when she was like, you can basically stay here for free, but you just have to like do work and like provide food, and it was like, well, how do we do that? And she was like, by any means necessary. Was I the only one that thought like, oh my God, they're about to start street walking?
No.
Wait, somebody said that. I think it was my mom.
Yeah.
No, it was my stepdad. He was like, are you going to be a prostitute?
Yeah.
You were like, just keep watching.
Yeah, just keep watching.
One way to find out.
No, honey.
Tune in.
You might have heard it first. I
No.
might have called it.
Before Paige and Joey headed for Mojave, not LA, Paige kind of let on to a couple people. She let on to Steve, and she let on to Claire and Sierra that she knows a little bit more about Ava's death. And kind of...
Well, Joey's family knows that I know.
Right.
Joey he told me.
Yeah.
And basically how he broke it to them was just like, oh yeah, I told her. I told her. And on accident, Jade said to Sierra and Claire that, there might be something. I mean, Joey did this, but I didn't say exactly what.
Was it
and then
really
Sierra
by
caught on.
accident, though?
It was by accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop reading into it.
She's
I
an
was like,
airhead.
Jade, no.
She's an airhead.
Don't do it to Joey.
She can be an airhead sometimes.
Sierra picked up on it, and she was like,
Yeah, she did.
She was like, did you kill it? And he was like, no.
Yeah.
And like poor Joey was like deer in the headlights, like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And Jade's just still kind of like, I mean,
I think it's kind of funny she came to that conclusion right away.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. I'm like, it's kind of far fetched that she was like, oh, did you kill him? Like, where did that come from?
I mean, listen, her parents are Bo and Hope Brady. I mean, she has that detective gene in her.
Oh, whatever.
True that.
Whatever.
See? Oh.
I actually jumped to the same conclusion. I would have asked Joey the same question. Did you kill her? Based on that little slip, because I thought it was intentional, and I kind of keep waiting for Paige to let someone know
Jade.
who can.
Jade. You said Jade. You said
Jade, Paige, Jade, to tell someone that could actually get Joey in trouble. I kind of keep waiting for the other shoe to drop.
See, there was a moment where I thought that Jade was going to like use that information against him somehow eventually, like as blackmail.
I don't think so.
But then,
I
the love
really
has
don't
grown.
think Jade would ever do that.
No.
I think you're making her into a better person, a more bad person than she
more
should
bad,
be.
more
Maybe.
badder.
Is she sweeter than I think she is?
She's sweet.
Oh, I don't know if I believe that.
I mean, maybe it's just the page coming through, but
That's right.
yeah. Her intentions are a little bit crooked,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's to an extent where she wanted to hurt Joey ever,
Yeah.
because she sees something in him and she really likes him.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that.
I mean, who wants to hurt the people they love?
True, and I like this pairing better than what they tried to do with Joey and put him with Ava. I was like, that's not gonna work.
I was gonna say, speaking of Ava, a couple people in the chat room right now are talking about your resemblance to Tamara Braun.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that
Yes.
possibly there was a switch
Mother-daughter
to birth or
situation.
something, which would be an interesting scenario.
I honestly have no clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
She has to say that, but that's okay. Moving right along.
We saw that continuing with Joey's family. We saw that Patch is doing his best to try to figure out where Joey and Jade are.
Right.
As you know, everyone is kind of on the hush hush, but Claire was like,
Claire should have worn a
"Look,"
sign.
Yeah, Claire was like, listen, I think they're going to L.A., but don't tell them I told you. But Claire. Well, no one can keep a secret in Salem.
Yeah.
No one can hold water.
Never.
So it was bound to get out. And
Steve was
Claire,
like, Claire, do you have something to say? She was like,
Oh yeah, Claire was like, how am I gonna do this?
yeah. And
That was
then
funny.
she was like, I just can't do it, and I'm just gonna tell him.
and Sierra looked at her like, whatever, coffee?
Yeah. So and
I
then
love Claire. I like Claire.
I do like Claire too.
Olivia Rogue's cute. I think they're just she's
We go to
so
school
cute.
together.
You know who
Right.
I was thinking this week she looks a lot like is Kirsten Storms, who was the original Belle.
Yeah.
And I just kept looking at her going, oh, she really looks like her. That's so
She
funny.
really is this odd mix of Martha and Kirsten.
Yeah.
And then you sprinkle in like Brandon and Jason.
Little Brandon Beamer in there.
Yeah.
Love
and it's
some
like
Brandon Beamer.
Olivia. Yeah. It's really weird. Casting has done really good with Soros and the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool how they started with Jade, and then they build on to that with bringing her dad
Yeah.
Yeah.
and her aunt.
But see, I like that because I feel like, you know, we're used to the regular families, the Bradys, the Hortons, the Damaras, and now we have the Hernandez, and now we're getting the Michaels. Like, I like that they're building, like, families, other families in Salem besides, you know, making us think, like, oh, you guys are the only families that live in Salem.
And they've eliminated some families, which has been nice.
Which families have they eliminated, Mark?
The Jonases. Thank God.
The Jonases.
Oh, thank
Daniel.
you. Yeah, moving right along. Not important. I love that you said that. Putting that on my reel.
Do you mean Daniel? Did you mean Daniel, Mark J Freeman?
Stop. Moving right along. Because then we're gonna get into that M girl.
Whom we spoke to at the Emmys and caught up with them.
He wasn't on this week, so moving right along.
Oh, he wasn't mentioned this week?
No, he actually wasn't. I actually remember thinking, thank God they stopped talking
I'm
about him.
pretty sure Nicole
finally.
mentioned him. I'm pretty sure that
No, she
happened.
didn't.
So, okay, so we can't
Co-hosts.
we can't
stay
forget
in
about
separate
Kayla.
corners.
I know. We can't forget about Kayla. And I want to know, how do you guys feel about this potential pairing that they're doing with her and Finn?
I like it.
Oof.
I do.
I was confused.
Me too.
I was so confused. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, do they like each other?
Yeah.
Does Kayla like him? Does he like her? What's going on?
Yeah.
I think Finn really likes her, and she's just kind of like, honey, I am separated right now. Can you, like, give me my space?
Yeah.
But, you know, you're sweet.
But I think she's flattered too. Like, there was that one scene in the Brady pub where he came in and was like, I'll have what she's having.
I mean, he's like a good looking Australian guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
When I first saw him, I was like, hi.
Hi, I'm Paige.
Yeah, my first line was like, hi, I'm Jade.
I remember that. I totally remember that.
It was right after we.
I think I even commented
Yes,
on
you
it on
did.
our show.
Yeah.
You did.
I love how on her way out she was like, "Hi, I'm Jade." By the way.
And he actually laughed when you did that,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
on the in the scene.
Yeah.
Funny.
yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it I like. I mean, there's obviously it has to be some sort of triangle because I mean that's daytime. I don't dislike it. Like I don't know.
I like the
I remember
tension.
too. I liked Lucas and Adrian before all y'all too. So
I mean,
you'll come to my side eventually.
maybe.
They always do,
I feel like your mic is the loudest.
as it
course.
should be.
Look who we're talking to.
I give Alexis a little bump in pay. to make
Alexis
mine
will
up.
chat after the show. I like the tension between Finn and Steve.
Yes.
I don't love Finn though.
You know why? Because I feel like classic days, they did this whole hoopla of like this whole search of an Australian actor and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and then they put him in, and they're like,
Now what do we do with him?
yeah,
And I like him. I like the actor.
yeah,
I just
oh yeah,
Well, and they've tried several pairings with him too.
Yeah.
Like they've tried him with
Lonnie.
They tried him with Nicole. You can tell that they're trying to find the.
But is that a good try? One scene, like one.
Well, we should be glad that it's only one and move right along.
I agree.
Spending 6 months trying to make something work. It's
well,
not.
they're trying to make Lonnie and Sean D work.
And Kayla and Finn.
Can't. I see. I don't mind Kayla and Finn. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I
I
kind
kinda
of like it.
don't mind
I think
it
it's
either.
good for her. I like Kayla, so I'm happy.
I
with
like
anything.
Kayla too.
But I
How
feel-
is it
Glad the
working with
Johnsons
Mary
are
Beth
there.
Evans?
How is it?
Yeah.
She's great. I really like her. She's such a mama. Like,
Yeah.
she's a mama bear.
Yeah.
I mean, since I don't have a mom on the show, she's like the one that takes me under her wing.
Uh-huh.
And I see Joey's parents as Jade's parents
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
anything. I mean, even though they're like,
Still trying to figure
hesitant
you
with
out,
her,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's some connection, especially with Steven.
Yeah.
But Mary Beth is so cool. I love her.
We love her too.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Let's find out what you guys think about this storyline. Feel free to give us a call in right now, and that number is hidden behind the chat, Alexis, and I can't remember. There it is. 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. Give us a call. Let us know what you think about this storyline. We love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen with Jade and Joey while they're on the run. Because they also mentioned that Joey has to come back for that arraignment. Mm-hmm. Or there'll be a warrant out for his arrest.
Because you were arrested
yeah, that's
too.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both arrested for vandalizing that Butthead's car.
That really made me upset because I'm like, while I'm watching it, I'm like, you know what you did, but like you're hiding behind like your dad who's the judge and your dad's,
exactly. That
an
kid
ass
is
for
messed
like
up.
believing him.
But he's a really good actor.
Yeah, he is.
He is a really good actor.
He was good. He
Mark?
played good really well.
I love
Yeah.
the scene where you and Joey were on the bunk beds in different cells. That was so
was
well
so
done. It was
cute.
so
Holding
cute.
hands.
Holding hands.
In between the cells.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
such
yeah.
a Titanic moment.
Yeah,
It was.
I loved
It
it.
was so cute.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
those little moments between them.
we do too. And we
Alright.
love James.
Oh, did we have a caller, Alexis, or did they go?
Yeah, you guys were talking too long.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, there he is. We'll take that person.
All right, go for it.
All right. Hello. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. You are live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tony. It's Monty.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. I do have a question for Paige.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Paige.
Hi.
My question is, how do you feel? My question is, what's one actor from Days that you wish you could work with now that you're on the show?
That is the most common question I get. Let me think. I would love to work more with Hope. She's another mama bear that I like.
Yeah. Oh, what is
And anyone else?
Who you fishing for?
Finn.
Finn?
Finn.
Oh.
Just so I can start it.
Oh, is there any past actors that you want to work with that left Days?
I'm not really familiar with very many past actors because my grandma, she watches soaps, and the soap she started watching was General Hospital. And what is it? All My Brothers...
All My Children.
All My Children.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't really familiar with Days before I got on the show. So I don't know.
Well, Finn and Hope would be, you could be a part of like Patch Black, the detective.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, you might have more scenes with Hope when you
we're
get
good reception
arrested
dads.
or when you get dragged back to Salem.
Maybe.
We're very good at creating storylines.
We are. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and make sure you stay tuned. We have a whole lot more coming up.
All right, well, thank you, Tony.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Mark. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hi, Paige.
Hi,
Bye.
bye.
Bye. And we'll take this next caller, too. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Cheryl from South Carolina.
Oh, Cheryl, you're number 2.
Cheryl.
You're supposed to be number 1, Cheryl. I can't.
Listen,
I gotta go
tried. I
now.
was ringing way before anybody ever took any first call.
Do you have...
I think you guys see it's me and you boot me.
Oh, no.
That is so not true.
That's so not
No.
true.
So not true. I tried to answer, but then you hung up before I could hit it.
We're
I was
creating the
like, no.
Cheryl Hawk line.
What do you have
Yes,
any
that's
thoughts and
true.
opinions or questions about the Jade, Joey, Kayla, Patch storyline?
I actually would like to know what Paige feels about the. I don't know exactly how to put this, but
Put your wine down,
everybody
Cheryl.
out
Put your
here-
wine down.
Everybody out here thinks that she's Ava's daughter,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I want to know what Paige
I
thinks
just got
about.
that question yesterday.
Is
These
that something that she would be
questions.
excited to play?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've never gotten that question before. Playing Ava's daughter would be
I'm
really
sorry.
interesting.
Huh?
Hello?
Are
It
you
would be
still there?
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be Ava. I don't want her to be Ava and Steve.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
right, right.
would be
Because that's
really icky.
No.
awkward. Yeah.
That'd be
be real
so
awkward.
weird. People had that question in the beginning. Maybe she's Stephen and Ava's daughter, but then we had
Right.
sex,
Right.
and they're like
Make love.
made love.
Yeah.
We made love,
That's
and
the
people were
soft
like,
way of
"Oh, well,
saying
then
it.
that didn't happen."
Yeah.
Being Ava's daughter, I mean, I always kind of thought of it in the beginning. You
Yeah.
know, like maybe I am Ava's daughter because I haven't seen my mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they did call her by the name Doris or something one day.
Yeah, they did. I remember that.
But our thought pattern as fans is
Ava's
that
a
we
liar.
know that Ava's father took the daughter away anyway, or took the child away,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
and gave her to other people. So we're all thinking, you must be adopted.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Playing Ava's daughter would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It would make
It
a lot
would
of
because
sense.
Ava's devilish and so is Jade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's devilish.
Yeah.
She is devilish.
But let's hope Jade is not for Cocoa Puffs like Ava was.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Ava,
God, no.
Ava was beyond cray cray.
Well,
I could see Jade getting down and dirty with the crazy.
I think there are some people that have overcome that. Like Chad Demira is not a bad person. even
Lord,
though
you
all
went
the
so long
Demiras-
without having to
Wow.
bring up Billy Quinn. Oh boy.
That too, Mark was waiting for you to say you're looking forward to work.
I was hoping, but whatever. It's
Yeah.
okay. More for me.
Well, Cheryl, thank
Anyway,
Oh, go ahead.
just want to close it off by saying I absolutely love Jade and Joey. That's my new favorite couple.
It's fun to watch.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing what you have coming for us.
Aw, well, thank you so much. Hearing that
All right.
really.
Thanks, Paige.
Aw,
All right,
you're
thank you,
welcome.
Cheryl.
Bye, Cheryl.
Bye.
Bye.
Someone
All right.
in here says they still think Ava's alive.
Somebody also said.
Nicole D'Amico.
Somebody also said hashtag bring Melanie back.
Probably Daquan. We need to flag Daquan in the chat room. He can't be bringing up her
It was
again.
Robin Tate.
That was Robin Tate.
Oh boy. All right, so moving right along, we have the virus outbreak that has hit Salem, one model at a time. You know,
I love how everybody except for the main characters are dead.
oh right, the
They're like,
photographer.
oh, we lost another one.
Yep.
Oh, we lost another one.
Yep. Their immune system.
The Hernandez have a
isn't ready.
great immune system.
Oh yeah, a holistic immune system.
Yes.
As
Yep.
Grandma came in with
her-
like the.
Don't even
the
get me started
herbs
on that
and-
thing.
And like rubbing it over.
I thought of
What
you,
is that?
Tony.
Herbs.
No, what was that?
I don't know.
I
I've
think
never
it was
heard
a
of
way to
that.
save
I haven't
a
heard it.
character.
I know there's like
I thought it was garlic.
I know there's like alcohol and like you take the egg and you do the cross.
Yeah.
And then it takes the sickness away whenever you crack the egg in the water.
Mhm.
But I've never seen or heard of what they were talking about on that episode.
Me either.
I don't know.
I-
It looked ridiculous.
In that moment, I thought of you thinking it was going to be one of those, here's a really big storyline, let's cut it down in 3 minutes with homeopathic remedy.
Yeah.
And then that's how we're going to save the cast.
Yeah.
And I thought of you when the model in the red dress walked into the waiting room.
You thought it was me?
I thought of you thinking, she's dead. Like just something like I could hear you commenting like while you're watching.
Oh yeah, you know why? Because y'all know we don't
Because she walked
last.
crooked.
Oh, I thought
Because she
it
was
something
not
else.
feeling well. She had
I know
fever.
what you're
No, go
saying.
ahead. What were we gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, we don't last in horror movies. Ask Jada Pinkett Smith. She didn't even
make it to the
She didn't get to the credits. She was the first one to go. The only person that I've known to survive a horror movie is Brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
That's
the only
true.
one. Yeah,
That's true.
But actually, when that model walked in, I was like, "Oh, she's pretty." And
I knew you had a
skinny."
thought about her.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. She was very pretty and skinny, and she played sick
Very
cute.
well. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she wasn't like she didn't come in like the other guy did. Like the other guy, he
was like, oh,
he was just like, oh my god, the sickness is
Yeah,
just getting me.
I'm
oh my
dying.
god. And she was more so like,
was subtle.
I'm gonna get my my under 5 in and just play.
She's like, I
sick,
wonder
but
how
I'm
much
still
weight
gonna
I've
give
lost
it.
with this new virus.
And then Finn was like, the model's dead or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that I love that, like, you can't really tell who anybody is because they're all in those white outfits, but, like, someone walks in the room, they're like, Kayla! And I'm like, no, there's no way you knew from across the room. She looks just like John and Marlena. Like, you don't know that that's her. Like, I wish they would just kind of be like, okay, it is you. Hey, Kayla. You know, like, I wish they would just, like, play that out. I'm like, this is so ridiculous. I could not, and I want to know how much more Deidre Hall got to put on that.
Did you notice that she was talking with her hands when they were doing the over-the-shoulder shots? Like when she was, what are you doing here?
Is that how she was?
Yes,
I just couldn't with the outfits.
It was
and
so
then
silly.
They kept taking this stuff off and then answering their phones, and I'm just like, really, people?
Keep the mask on. You
I
need the
know.
mask
Yeah.
on. You'll die.
I mean, I get it, and I get it's the visual. Like, I'm just, but it's just ridiculous.
But it literally all
Aren't you
came
glad you
out
didn't have to
of.
wear it?
Aren't you glad you and Joey like escaped
You
to
gotta
LA?
escape from the virus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it just seemed weird, like it came out of nowhere because it started with Paul and his whole like shaking of like
Right.
the coffee and stuff, and then he felt really sick, and then he got admitted, and then Gabby was standing there, and then she got
She's worse than
actually
he
it was
is.
Ari. Ari, they brought Ari in, and then it it was just one by one. And I'm like, well, first of all, how did he even spread it? Did he sneeze on someone? Did they drink out of the same bug?
It's a strand we've never seen before.
It's airborne.
Yeah, well, thank God Maxine's son wasn't in Salem this week, because
Oh, Tony's Maxine's son, by the way.
yes, that is the character that I would
Keep you
like
up to
written
date.
in for myself as Maxine's son. So I'm wondering what I don't know what they're gonna do with this sudden outbreak. Like, what's the point?
I again think it's going to be a classic Days of Our Lives. Let's build this all up, and then it's just going to go away.
Or Mark, do you think this is another way to
Bring Billy Flynn to the forefront, and he'll save the day.
Maybe it's a way to kill off someone big.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Are you hinting at something, young lady?
I don't know.
Because I mean, well, no, they're all kind. But then Gabby's getting better, and Ari got better.
John's got it though now.
John has
I
it.
like how the
Kayla got it.
extremely ill infant.
They're not going to get rid of Kayla because she just won an Emmy. Let's be serious.
But let's remember, this was like filmed months ago.
True. That's
So
true.
let's not jump the gun.
True.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't get where they're going with this outbreak. I mean, it's interesting. It made this week interesting. But
I think it's going to have something to do with Paul's storyline
With the
Ramp his
Yoling
storyline
or
up.
whatever his
Yep.
name was.
once again to get the gay out of Paul.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They brainwashed him. They said that's not
Well,
enough. We're gonna give him a virus.
We know that Sonny's coming back, so it's not going to be Paul because they need Paul there now.
Do you think they're gonna bring Sonny back to give it to him to kill off Sonny?
Or maybe Sonny will fall in love with the ailing Paul.
We're thinking way, way, way beyond where they are.
I mean, I'm just saying. We're just trying to give theories.
Yeah, no.
I mean, who knows?
I don't know. I think it's just going to be a build up to a lot of nothing.
Nothing.
And they're going to go,
And
oh,
then-
here you go. Here's the antibody. Everybody's okay.
Mama Hernandez was like, "You can drag me out of this hospital room."
I think they got
Oh,
a deal.
yeah.
I think they got a deal on those white jumpsuits and said we got to write this in.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind the suit.
Oh, they're ridiculous.
I saw Friday's
would love-
episode, and Gabby's mom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she had her
Adriana.
mask off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that just kind of like bothered me.
Yeah, right?
You need to have your mask,
mask
on.
on.
Like they
Everyone
never-
needs to keep it on.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I
keep it
wasn't the
on.
only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sometimes think it's just me being
It is.
me.
No, it normally
so
is.
that makes me feel good.
It normally is just him.
No.
You can come sit next to me.
I watched a documentary on what's something that's going around in Africa.
Oh, that I know what you're talking about.
It's body something.
The
5.
flesh-eating.
No.
Whatever
It's
it
not
is, I don't want it. Don't want it.
And like, there's so much sanitation whenever you're dealing with such a huge virus.
Yeah.
You have layers and
Yeah.
layers of sanitized clothing on, and you have masks, and you're sweating, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, and the fact too that like Kayla was in the suit, then she was in the hospital bed, not in the suit, because she had it. But then she put the suit back on and was back out. And I'm like, now come on, people! Like, how ridiculous! Like, how do you not figure this out when you're right?
Well, they
I
don't
know.
know.
It just seemed a little ridiculous.
They're still trying to figure everything out.
Okay.
And I feel like they're putting Finn in that like.
Zika virus.
Is that what
Was that
it's
what you're
called?
talking about?
Zika.
Is that what you were
Don't
talking
act
about?
like you were the one who just came up with it.
No, I was reading the chat room.
Oh.
Thank you, Lee Davenport Jerd.
Ebola. That's
Oh,
what it
that
was.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I feel like they're putting Finn in like how Daniel would be. Kind of like that.
But
that
he's doing it
life-saving-
much better.
Is he?
No, he's not.
The shade of Daniel Jonas coming from you. Oh,
I normally
so
don't like
shady.
to
So
speak when I
shady.
have food in my mouth.
Normally.
But I had to. No, he's not doing it better than Daniel.
Well, let's find out what everyone else thinks about this outbreak, because it came out of nowhere and everyone's getting it except for Maxine's son and Joey and
And
Jade.
Jade, right.
So call in and find out. Let
And
us
Billy.
know what you think. Oh my God. Billy is dealing with another kind of sickness. Give us a call, 424-253-0749, 424-253-0749. Let us know what you guys think about the outbreak, the virus that is happening in Salem right now.
Wait, so
Yeah.
sorry.
I don't know about this. I was like, I'm a Lone Ranger right now. What's everyone doing?
No one else dies, somebody, Cheryl said.
No one else dies?
Yeah.
Are we sure about that?
She said she read it in Soap Opera Digest.
Well, if it's in Soap Opera Digest, then it must be true.
It's got to be true.
Yeah.
It's got to be true.
Yeah.
How dare you, Mark? I don't know what I did, but okay.
The question is, what didn't you do? All right, so
what did I do this time?
Let's move right along to the biggest shocker of this week. The return.
We'll put that in quotes.
Of Aiden Jennings.
Because nothing's a shock anymore.
Well, I was shocked.
You didn't know he was coming back? We had a whole discussion.
Okay, yeah, well, I knew he was coming back,
I think
but
he meant about
I
where
was
the
shocked
story
about
went.
this week.
Where the story went.
Can I just say?
Well, no, I said this all along.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we have a caller. We'll take that.
Oh.
Hello,
Love
caller.
when
Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dish and Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, they hung up.
Okay, bye.
Rude.
So,
That happens.
No, but I said that from the very beginning. I said the only way that they can bring him back is that it had to be a doppelganger.
right. Okay, well, I loved, and I told you this via Facebook Messenger. I loved Monday's episode that they brought him back, and then they took us back to when everything happened, and instead of him popping up and being like, Hope, this is what happened, they showed everything that happened on Monday. So Monday, I was just like glued to the TV.
Yeah, where have you been for the last 6 months?
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, and I was like, and sometimes when I watch days, like I always have like a few episodes to watch, and sometimes I was like, I'm tired, like I don't feel like watching anymore. But this week, I was like, oh, what happened?
What happened next?
Oh, what happened
next?
Oh, what happened
next?
For Monday's episode?
Like based on Monday, like I kept wanting to watch just that particular storyline. I mean, I knew you guys were fine at the conference. But
watch it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wanted to find out like how they were going to make this make sense with Aiden coming back.
I mean, I think it does make sense now. And
I mean, it does. And
I just, my concern is though, because my other theory was that the same thing is the case with the son. Chase. Is that he was a doppelganger too. Because how else? I mean, how else is he going to come back and redeem? He just raped her. There's like no redeeming factor there.
No. Well.
So that was my other theory. So
okay.
that one's kind of, I don't know, we'll see.
Y'all know me. I am a fan sitting here with open arms, and I'm like, whatever you have, days, give it to me. But I will fold my arms if a Chase doppelganger comes in.
Well, how else are they going to do that? There's no way that Sierra is going to go back with him. That just doesn't even make sense.
Well, no, but I mean, that wouldn't make sense if Chase was like, "Oh, I didn't rape you. I was kidnapped next to my father."
I can't. I hope not.
No. I think it makes more sense with what they're doing with Chase that he was going through all that, the loss of his father, thinking that he is just as crazy as his father, and then being kind of like, I don't want to say brainwashed, but like manipulated by Andre to
cheeseburgers and fries.
Well, I mean, listen, give me a number 5 at McDonald's any day, and there's no telling what I might do.
I posted a Twitter poll and I asked the fans if they loved or hated Monday's episode, because when the episode started, I thought I was hating it. And then there was a point and I was like, okay, I like this.
No, I wasn't hating it. At first I was confused. I was like, The Intruder Part 1, I was like, oh, days, y'all messed up. That was probably like an editing thing and someone didn't chop that off.
Right. That's so funny.
And then I was like, oh, that's how you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great. And so did the fans. 80% loved it, 20% hated it.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Well,
yeah.
I liked it.
I'm part of the 80% that loved it.
Me too. It took me a moment to warm up, but I did love it. And then there were a couple thoughts that I had, though, about Aiden himself in those earlier scenes in that episode. It reminded me a little bit when he was talking to the bird, the dead bird.
I can't with
Tom
the bird.
Hanks in Castaway talking to Wilson.
I can't with the bird. The bird was a little ridiculous.
You saw Castaway.
That
Let us
bird
know what you
lasted
think.
for 6 months. Still full color.
Yeah,
Didn't
vibrant green and gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then it also reminded me of The Fugitive, where Harrison Ford trimmed his beard and colored his hair over the sink. when Aiden finally that wig that almost made the disaster. The wig that Aiden wore as the
I thought
progression.
it made sense.
It was just a cheap Halloween wig. It didn't look like a.
I remember whenever he came into the makeup room like that, I was like, have you been growing out your hair? Like, you look ratty.
I'm sure he appreciated that.
No, he was like, no, it's a wig. But he had like really thick facial hair that was real.
But I feel like Daniel Cosgrove is the only person that I know that could probably pull off like that.
He pulled off a lot of material. That was a lot to cover.
Like just sitting in the cell with the bird that was dead, that he was, that was his friend.
The gassing.
And like writing everything down and like
I actually thought
talking to himself.
I thought it was kind of creative that he was practicing holding his breath. Like I was like, that was actually intelligent Days of Our Lives. And how did that happen?
That he was doing things to like keep his brain active and all that. I was like, okay, all right, I get this. And then I loved when he was like, okay, it's showtime. And then he laid there and then he went and then like knocked out the security guard.
Jumped on him.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That didn't
funny.
look like there was a stunt double. That actually looked like him jumping on him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, we usually do all of our own stunts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
See?
Yeah.
Love.
We have a stunt choreographer who helps us. So we don't
Daniel
hurt
jumped
each other.
and then took the guy out. Loved it. It was great.
Tony looks so confused.
Daniel Cosgrove, Aiden. I have the tendency to call the character by the actor's name.
Oh yeah, we know.
Vice versa.
We know.
As I did with you.
Kayla did that in one scene with us together in it. She was like, Paige instead of Jade. Because it was like a pissed off scene. She was like, you and Paige. And I'm like.
It was like,
cut.
Oh my God. You know what would have been a great comeback? It was like, well, Paige is dead.
Yeah. with the other Paige.
I'm Jade.
Yeah. There was another Paige on the show.
I like that. Yeah. So Aiden. Yes. So what? We did? No.
I just had somebody in the chat room say this, and I think this they were with you is since Andre was he's been finagling all this stuff all along with Daniel, that they think that, I don't know how this would be, but Andre may be Jade's father.
Andre?
Yeah.
No, we already met Jade's dad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Days. Anything can happen. I'm reading what they said.
Anything can be switched up. But,
and I wouldn't mind her being related to Billy Flynn.
But it does, I will say, the whole thing with Aiden actually does make sense, because the fact that after he got kidnapped, Stefano died, Andre went to jail, so of course whatever orders that the security had, they just kept going until they heard from either one of them, and there was no way that they could hear from them because one's dead and one's in jail. So, but I thought it was interesting. I thought it was. I thought Monday's episode this week was my absolute favorite. I love just being able to kind of find out what Aiden went through. But then when he came back to Salem and having to prove who he was and Hope I'm like, oh, poor Hope. Because what else does she have to deal with in life right now?
I like that Days is doing these special episodes more and more frequently. They just had the Abigail, Chad, Ben episode, and now they just did the Aiden's back episode. I like it. It switches it up a little bit.
Well, because I think sometimes you do have to devote time just to explaining something. You know what I mean?
Completely.
And if they were intercutting that with other storylines, it probably would have bothered us. It's like, let us just focus on this.
Because now we have the backstory. We know what's going on. We know where he's been, and now we know he's not a liar.
Do you have
No, he's still a liar.
Do you have a Christian Alfonso nail polish?
No.
Who,
with
you?
the single color.
Oh yeah, I always noticed her nails.
It drives me crazy. I don't know why it drives me crazy.
Sometimes just a pop of color is totally fine.
Yeah, but it just, I don't know. But then you always see her, I don't know, whatever.
She's got 3 fingers, one color, 2 fingers, another.
It's distracting, and I just don't feel like it should be. It's just like a thing with me.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be watching her, and every time her hand goes up, I'm looking at her hand. I'm not paying attention to what she's saying. So that's to me, as a director.
Especially, okay, so there are like same day things whenever we come back a week later and we're still shooting the same day.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, doesn't it get confusing whenever you have that many colors on your hands?
Right.
And then what
That
if they're
too.
not matching?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Continuity.
I mean, I did that. Okay, so our love making scene, I did have nail polish. It was like red and black because it was Halloween and I was Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay.
So I noticed that a lot. And my mom's like, "Why are your nails so long and red and black?" And I'm like, I feel like Christian Alfonso.
Someone said Aiden lying. How do we feel about the lie that Aiden said to Hope about when the switch actually happened?
He lied?
Yeah. Because remember he said that it happened, it didn't happen that night. It happened like after they danced or something, or after their first date or something like that.
Oh,
like
he
it
did?
was longer before, yeah. Did you go get pizza rolls
I
during
was
this?
probably getting my pizza rolls at home, sorry. I got
Yeah.
distracted. I
Well,
didn't
he
hear
lied.
that. I
Well,
didn't hear that.
I heard him mention the dance.
Yeah, he lied about when it happened. Which at this point I'm like, why are you lying?
Yeah.
How do you come back in town and just lie?
I didn't take it that way, but
I did. A lie is a lie, unless you're a liar yourself.
I just didn't think that he was lying.
He was lying. Let's ask fans. Fans, do you think he was lying? Comment in the chat room and let me know, because maybe I was hearing it wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was lying. Speaking of fans, yep. Gail said, yes, he lied. I caught that right away, Tony. Thank you. See, so I wasn't the only one.
Okay.
So let's find out how everyone else feels about Aiden's return. You guys can give us a call on this storyline right now, 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. Let us know how you guys feel about the return of Aiden and what that means for Hope and Rafe, because they're just now, connecting and, stuff.
Next.
You don't like Hope and Rafe?
No.
Why?
I've said that 100 times.
He didn't
I'm
watch the
Hayden.
episode.
Team Hayden.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yes.
Well, okay, so now you're rooting for her to get back
Ben.
with Ben?
Is that me?
That's not me. For once, it's not me. It's not me.
That ringtone always reminds me of The Good Wife.
Oh, it's okay. Trust me, it happens. It's happened to me before too, and people have been like, "Ran, ran, ran," and I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Oh, look.
Hello, caller. We'll take him. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Kimberly from Maryland.
Hi,
Hello, Kimberly from Maryland. How are you feeling about the return of Aiden?
I don't really care, but the only good thing about it is hopefully it won't be no Rafe and Hope.
It won't what?
No Rafe and Hope.
No, no.
Hopefully they're
So
in that storyline.
you're like Mark, and you're not feeling Rafe and Hope.
No.
Good. I like you, Kimberly.
Why not? Does it seem forced? I feel like this has been a long time coming.
Way
I don't
forced.
know. It just seems it's creepy.
Yep.
I mean, he was married to her niece. It's just creepy.
Yep. I agree.
And
Kimberly,
Hope
you get a
has
gold
so
star.
many storylines, and none of them are finished, and they're just.
Yep.
She kills Stefano. Her daughter's raped. She was in love with Bo. She's in love with Aiden. Now she's in love with Rafe. I mean, pick one and finish it.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Preach it, Kimberly.
she tried to finish with Aiden, but Aiden had other plans.
Yeah. Well, it's all this writing changes, and everyone's on ego trips, so they can't kill other people's characters.
This is true.
I'm
Well,
not silly. I know how this game is played.
Instead of bringing Aiden back, why didn't they bring Will back? When he went to LA, why didn't they just say Stefano
Right.
switched him?
Right.
And send him back.
Amen. Kimberly, I'm coming to your church while you preach.
no, you won't. You'll burn the second you step
I know.
across
I don't
the-
think I'm allowed in churches anymore.
Well,
Sorry.
thank you, Kimberly, for your thoughts, and stay tuned because we have a whole lot more coming up. I never know what to say right now.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right. Thanks, Kimberly.
Bye, Kimberly.
And we have another caller. We'll take them and find out what they're thinking.
Are they there?
Oh, are they? Hello? Oh.
No.
Maybe that's not a caller. My bad. All right. Well, we'll keep moving right along so that way we can talk more about Paige.
Billy Flynn.
And, oh, boy. No, more about Paige. So, let's get into tidbits. So,
I knew it was next, too, so that's why I said,
go ahead, Mark.
let's talk about Billy. See, I thought when you came on, my big theory was that you would be related to Chad through his mother. So, because so you wouldn't be a Tamara, but you'd be related to the mother.
Oh.
Peterson.
Yes. Yes. That was my theory.
Michaels.
Just because I liked your character and I love
Michaels?
Billy, and I was like, perfect, brother, sister, love it.
I like how I don't
She
know
didn't
that.
know that her character's last name was Michaels.
No, I didn't know it until I watched Thursday's episode.
Oh, really? Oh.
I didn't know that.
I caught it as soon as Kayla is when the first time we heard it was when Joey is talking to Kayla and you're still in jail, and she's like, I'm gonna call Jade. I need to know about Jade Michaels or something like that. And I was like, they said the last name, and I rewound it and I was like, oh, Michaels, write it down. Yeah, that was the first time they said it.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that was my theory. But anyway, so Chad. He was with Abby at the mental institution, and Abby basically just said, I don't want to see anybody anymore. I want to get better and then deal with you.
Do you think that that's how they're going to exit her off?
I'm
By just
assuming.
being like, I don't want to see anyone, so therefore I won't be seen?
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
I love how they're still doing
Or
the thing
she's gonna
where anytime
continue
Abigail
to spiral
goes
and do some crazy
near
cuckoo
Thomas.
Tony, any more callers or no?
Later.
Not
we
right
will.
now.
Sure. All
We'll
right,
take
just
one
making
later.
sure.
Thank you, Alexis.
I like how every time Abby goes near Thomas, Thomas still cries. And I think that's driving her to the breaking point.
Well, Thomas feels that energy.
Yeah. And babies
that cray-cray
do.
energy.
They feel that energy.
They do. They do.
I bet you Thomas would love me. I should be the babysitter. Speaking of, Sierra is moving in to the guest house at Tamara.
Along with Claire.
With Claire. Well, Claire's still
up in the air.
Up in the air. She hasn't gotten approval yet, which we know where she's going to, but whatever. Officially, she's not been approved.
Had to move in
to the Tamara guest
Demera.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's been pictures circulating of Sierra and Chad.
Really?
Well, not on This Week. Like in like Soap Opera Digest and stuff.
Oh,
and I've
okay.
been getting tweets about it.
Oh, I wonder what's going to happen there.
I am curious to see. Well, what saddened me was when Abigail threw Thomas's toy that he left behind.
But she wasn't in her right mind.
Didn't remember it.
No, she didn't. That made me sad for her. Yeah. Abigail's going down a slippery slope.
Well, this was the first week where I was just kind of like, I really wish they didn't make her crazy.
I don't mind it because it is in the family.
Yeah.
You know, and Laura was a
that
great
storyline
character,
justice,
and there's a lot of stuff she can do with that. And whoever replaces Kate Mancy will have a lot of work to do.
And I don't understand why everyone keeps picking up on Jennifer's like addiction to pills, but like no one's helping her.
Yeah, they're like, you're not babysitting for me.
And then she's stunned. Like, what do you mean? 14 people have told you that you have a problem with pain pills. You know you have a problem with pain pills.
I'm not mistaken, she was lying when she said she's going to meetings, correct?
Well, we haven't seen her go, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that was a lie.
Or maybe it's something that happened off camera.
I think no one is helping her.
But I feel like they would have showed it if she really was.
I think no one is helping her because you can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped.
Oh, here we go. It's the Matthew Paine therapy hour.
Well, thank you for joining.
More like minute. All right, so basically that's what happened with that. Moving on with Victor, Maggie, Summer, Deimos, and Nicole. Basically, Summer is moving in with Victor and Maggie and helping her out, making her lunch, trying to woo Victor.
There's a lot of lunch making.
A lot of lunch making.
I love how Victor was like, don't let her down. Don't do it.
But the plot against Deimos hasn't evolved. There was no evolution of that this week.
So. Nah, except a sweet, romantic piano playing.
In the morning.
Yeah.
In the morning.
In the morning.
They're
After
like, oh, Vincent, you play the piano. Let's work it in.
Let's work that in.
Write that in.
Well, and Nicole is now working. She signed the contracts with Deimos, so she's now working at
Basic Black. She's running Basic Black.
Through
Kate's
Titan,
Basic Black, and then Teresa and Brady are still doing DJ work.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah. And then our last little tidbit is Theo and Sierra, the cutest couple ever. Theo professed his love to Sierra.
But she says that she's undecided of whether she really wants to be with him. She wants a bad boy.
I'm itching to say things that I can't say.
Ah!
So bad bad, but I just wanted to tease you guys with that.
Sierra and
Tease us.
they're related.
Tease us what that is.
I just feel like the kids right now, it's tough because so many of them are related.
Yeah.
So there definitely have to be more kids brought up. And I miss Henry.
And yeah, Henry was great.
I like Henry.
So we're all for Theo and Sierra, right? We like them together?
I'm okay with it.
I like it.
I'm not
I
like...
think they're sweet on each other.
I think Sierra's a little bit unstable right now.
Right.
She is unstable.
I don't think she needs.
I think she just likes the comfort she's getting from him because she's in such a weird place that she just likes that somebody's hugging her and loving her.
It's kind of hard to read the chemistry, honestly.
Yeah.
Theo told Sierra that he couldn't believe that she was moving to the DeMera mansion, and she said, I can't stay here anymore with my mom. She's just hovering all the time, waiting for me to break. I felt really sad that she thinks that because that's not what Hope's doing at all.
Well, Hope's not really doing anything, to be honest, in my opinion. But
I
whatever.
disagree. I think she's been encouraging Sierra to talk to Marlena and not pressuring her, but encouraging her to speak with someone. And Sierra's like, I'm going to do it when I'm going to do it, and you're not going to rush me, and I'm fine, and leave me alone.
We also wouldn't be too bad to have Sierra go talk to her big brother.
Right.
Since
I
he's
would
there.
like to see him.
Why don't we waste Brandon Beamer a little bit more?
He's tied up with Lonnie.
Yeah, I guess.
Meaning she's tied him up.
Right.
I just get so annoyed because it's like, I don't get how he's there and he's been there all this time and they never have conversations. Never. It's frustrating. What a waste. Okay, moving along.
Well, yeah, that's it. And that has been your week of days. And before we get into our segments, we want to take your calls for our wonderful guest, Paige. So if you have a question for Paige, feel free to give us a call, 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. I'll kick things off with a question.
Okay.
Paige, how was it for you when you booked the job of days? Did you feel intimidated at all, like going into it?
This was my first big job.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to expect. I was a little intimidated, but right whenever I got there, I felt fine. Yeah. Everything was good. I was on set. I knew what was going to happen. Marnie, Seda, she completely prepared me. Mm-hmm. I love her so much. Everybody loves her.
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Love.
And so... No, like being prepared really calmed my nerves.
Yeah.
It was good. I felt comfortable too, especially with James. He was, sweet.
It's like when you came on, it was, because I feel like when people first come on, you can kind of tell like they're still kind of settling into their characters. Mm-hmm. But I feel like you just right off the bat
right
were
off
like,
the gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is me. I'm Jade.
I did my best trying to prep Jade.
Yeah.
Creating her and making her a real person. And of course she's going to have her little moments where she does grow on the show. So there's going to be that kind of shift in personality, and all teenagers go through it.
Exactly. Looks like we do have a caller with a question for you, and we'll take that person. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. You are on live. Do you have a question or comment for Paige?
Yeah, this is Mike from Hollywood.
Hey, Mike from Hollywood.
Hi. Can I make a comment about the Hope and Aiden storyline first?
Sure. Of course.
Okay, I'm glad Aiden is back. Mm-hmm. Hope and Rafe are so boring together. Mm-hmm. I really agree with Mark. I couldn't even watch Hope and Rafe together. Watching that, how do you turn a DeMera murder into a boring storyline?
Preach it! You and Kimberly need to open a church together.
That Mark can't be a part of.
I always call after Kimberly.
I know you do.
I think y'all are sitting in the house together.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but yeah, so I'm really glad Aiden's back, and I really did like Monday's storyline of devoting the whole day to him and his ratty wig. I really liked that.
Glad you caught that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my question to Paige is, I don't know if anybody asked this already, but when you were hired, did anybody say you had a resemblance to Ava? Did you hear that or anything?
No,
Tamara.
I didn't hear it until probably 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty recently.
And do you think you have resemblance to Ava?
I only met her a couple of times, so I mean I see her on the show. I guess we do kind of look alike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean brown hair, wider nose, kind of like
And
light face.
is the guy
Beautiful
supposed
face.
to be your father, or are you supposed to be adopted?
I don't.
I think as of right now, it's supposed to be her father.
father.
Yeah,
Whether she
that's
turns out to
supposed
be
to be my
adopted.
father.
isn't
My
The guy is black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be mixed,
Yeah.
maybe.
To
But
me,
that's why I was saying too, when I saw your IMDb and it had your Paige's ethnicity on it, I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting, because I thought the same thing when they
I
showed your
thought he
dad on the
was
show, and I was like,
Cuban. I thought Rial was Cuban.
yeah.
He looks
Oh, is he?
different in person. No, he's African American. I thought he was Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
I
a
don't know what I look
possibility.
Well, you have to keep watching Days to find out what they're going to do with the Michaels family.
All right. Well, thank you. I think you're doing a great job so far. I really like you amongst the new, younger crew.
Yes. Aw,
Some of the
thank
other
you.
people can be weeded out and give Paige more story time.
Michael doesn't hold back, Paige.
No,
But we
Don't
love
worry.
you, Paige.
Not a bit.
Don't forget
Thank
that.
you.
Well, thank you, Michael, for
All
calling
right.
in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, we'll take another caller here. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dish and Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tony. It's Lonnie again.
Oh my
Hello,
goodness.
Marnie. How are you?
She can't stay away.
I have a question about your segment that you just did when the outbreak of the
Oh, the virus. Uh-huh.
I was wondering how in the world did JJ catch the outbreak?
He hasn't caught it.
Who?
JJ.
No, he was in the hospital with Gabby.
You're Gabby.
Yeah.
When he brought Gabby to see Ari, how
Yeah.
did he catch it?
Oh, how hasn't he caught it?
How did he start catching it? Because he had a fever. She felt him.
Oh, yeah,
He
she did say
He
that.
might have a stronger immune system.
Exactly.
Some vitamin
if
C.
you're a major character on the show, you have a better immune system than if as an extra. Then your immune system is
Than
just
the
shot.
dead model.
Better than
If you
Maxine's
get
son.
cast as a model on Days of Our Lives, be wary.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it. Well, thank
At least
you.
I don't have to worry about
Thank you, Marnie, for
Hair
calling
model,
in.
maybe.
He
Hair model,
he wasn't
maybe.
feeling well though. He wasn't feeling 100%.
Thanks.
Everyone was tired and a little warm.
Yeah, and Gabby did say to him, "You feel like you're getting warm."
Yeah.
I don't know.
And everyone's saying-
I don't know when I'm sitting like I'm like you feel like like you're not even touching, and they're
Yeah.
like you feel warm, like
feel
you're not
warm.
even
I can
touching
feel
them
you
yet.
radiating
Like, how
heat
do
all
you
the way
know?
over
Yeah,
here.
I don't know.
All right, let's take one last caller, and then we'll get into our 3 segments. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dish and Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh
Okay,
my
well,
gosh, these people are impatient today.
They are. All right, well, let's go into our segments before we run out of time, and we'll start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Now, oh, snap! Thank you. I came in, and I was going to give my 3 Snaps Award to Monday's episode, but then I remembered a particular scene with Abe and Theo, and I remember giving Theo all the snaps in the world because he was so sassy with Abe and being like, nope, she doesn't feel like that. What else? Like I kept feeling like he was like, what else you got? Nope. I'm not. And his whole body language was like leaned in like this, like it. Translation for me, he might as well have told his dad, no, bitch, you're wrong. Stay out of my business.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. So Kyle Pettis, who plays Theo, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award
Yay, Kaka.
for sassy Theo, as I wanted to call him. Yeah.
He is fun.
I'm digging him.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. All right. We all know what that means.
That is
What did I get myself involved with?
that is the sign that we are about to begin Matthew's disaster moment of the week, which we only touched on for a brief moment, but the costume department with this lovely treat.
Thank you. I knew it! I said, he does not give those white freaking virus outfits the disaster. Something's wrong with you.
Why was Kayla on the bat phone?
I'm telling you, it was redonkulous.
And it looks like they put duct tape over the shield, so it's just a gray shield.
Yeah.
Right.
And then John's very serious on his phone call. JJ doesn't have his mask on, and I don't even know. And that's Marlena in the top
Marlena,
left.
all covered up.
Just a
And I don't know where that phone came from.
mess. Yeah, they've never had it before, but now this is the virus phone.
Well.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Matthew's
Well-deserved. That's probably the most well-deserved disaster we've had, in my opinion.
And now it's time for Mark's Quote of the Week.
All right. So my quote of the week this week, I know a lot of people thought it was going to be Victor because he is just brilliant and genius, and I love everything that comes out of his mouth. But this was the first thing that made me laugh and rewind and watch again, which, as we all well know, that's usually how I choose my quote of the week. It goes to Miss Ari Zucker, Miss Nicole Walker on the show, with this interchange between her and Deimos when she shows up at the house. He says, "So what do you say? We celebrate." She says, "It's a little early in the day to drink, even for me."
No.
And he's like, "I'm having my morning coffee. Join me." And that was my quote of the week. It goes to Nicole for, "It's even early for me." I loved it. I just thought it made me laugh out loud.
And that has been Mark's Quote of the Week. And now we move on to our Fan of the Week.
Fan of the Week is going to, thank you, Matthew, for sharing this with us. We got an email on our Facebook, our Dish and Days, a Facebook page from Adam Noonan. And so I'm going to give Adam our Fan of the Week because he's a huge fan of our show.
Yes.
And as well as Days. And he lives in Massachusetts, and I guess is an actor there. And
go Red Sox.
And yeah, that too. And so he actually booked extra work on Days of Our Lives and flew. It probably cost him more to fly from Massachusetts to LA than he got paid to do it. But you could probably vouch for that. I don't know what the pay is, but he flew to LA and had his dream come true. So his episode as an extra on Days airs this Friday, May 20th. He's in the background of Edge of the Square when Sean has to pick up Belle from Edge of the Square. There were only 2 background actors that day, and we have a picture that's him. So if you guys want to look for
Mr. Adam Noonan.
Adam Noonan, he is going to be our Fan of the Week because he flew from Massachusetts just to be an extra on the show. So I think that was pretty fantastic. And he likes us. So.
Try to get an under 5 role.
I know, right?
I mean, talk about trying to get an under 5 role here.
They don't, but you know what though? They don't really have a lot of under 5 roles.
They do.
They do?
Did we see all those nurses this week and doctors with the under 5 role this week? Trust me, I monitor them.
But that's not but that, we haven't seen that though in a long time. It's usually just I don't really see a lot of those.
Still, they're available and I'm waiting for mine. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I stay ready, that way I don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, but you know what? I remember the first time I did background work on Days, being like a huge fan of the show, and I remember standing there. I'll still never forget this day. I stood there and like Rachel Melvin was there, and there was this other guy named Brandon who was playing like a small part that was there, and he told me he liked my shirt, and I was like, thanks. And we were standing in the Brady pub, and I just kept thinking like, oh my gosh, it's so much smaller than I thought. Yeah. And I was just in awe that day, and I wanted to make sure everything was right, that my crosses were right. And then looking back, I did the worst thing you could do as a background actor is to not breathe like as you're walking. So like I was always like, and so I looked really stiff when I walked by. But now I just kind of gallivant around, Horton.
Just flow.
Yeah, I just float around and I.
Have you guys been on set together?
No. We haven't. But
if you were there, everyone would be like jumping on you.
Yeah. It's totally like that. I'm popular in the right kind of way.
Yeah.
All right, so before we close out, let's get into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
We will kick things off with Ms. Deidre Hall, as you guys know, is celebrating 40 years this year for being on Days, and she will be getting her star on the legendary Hollywood Walk of Fame on May 19th.
I actually emailed Brianna about us covering it, and they won't let us video. They said we could go as press and take pictures. So
I'll video it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So I was like, I'm not going to go just take pictures. So.
Well, even pictures are good. So we can bring them back here.
Yeah.
Well, we can get them offline too.
Yeah.
Tony will be hosting an event in New York on September with Dual Coast events featuring Brandon Beamer, Brian Datillo, Eric Martsoff, and the one and only Billy Flynn. For more info, visit www.dualcoastevents.com.
And in July, yours truly will be in Toronto.
The handsome Mark J Freeman?
That'd be me. What we're dubbing now is the Booze Cruise. Because I think we're going to be drinking a lot.
Go, Alexis, go.
I actually texted Billy. I was like, I'm going to have to build up my tolerance because I don't drink like I used to. And Anyway, so me, Billy Flynn, Robert Scott Smith,
Billy Flynn,
Eric Martsoff.
Robert who?
Robert Scott Wilson. What'd I say?
Smith.
Robert Scott Wilson. Sorry. Do I have it written on? Yeah, Robert Wilson. And Eric Martsoff. There are three of them, me, and a whole bunch of fans on a boat drinking, having fun. So you can go to daytimestarsevents.com. I know Sarah's doing payment plans and stuff like that. So if money's an issue, she's trying to make it as easy as possible for people to come.
We love you, Sarah.
Yeah. And last but not least, we are very happy to announce you guys have enjoyed our show, Dishin Days and GH Report. Well, for those of you who are fans of The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful, you can check out those after shows starting next Sunday right here on AfterBuzz TV. Yay!
Both? Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, great.
So Young and the Restless will be at 7 p.m. and Bold and the Beautiful will be at 8 p.m. And Young and the Restless is led by Lucretia Lyon from GH Report, and Bold and the Beautiful will be led by my very own chocolate twin, Mr. James Lott Jr.
Oh, fantastic. And I know Young and the Restless, my friend Alexander Rodriguez is a host on it now. As well. He just joined the AfterBuzz team.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Alexander.
Yes, and congratulations.
We have to go have drinks. So.
Yeah. And tune in Tuesday. James and Lucretia are filming a special video to give you all the information regarding those two after shows. So look for that to be posted on Tuesday, and we'll post it on our Audition Days page as well. All right, and that is it. That's all that we have and all the time that we have. I felt like RuPaul just now. It made the best woman win. Thank you so much, Paige, for being here.
Loved having you here.
I hope you had a great time with us.
To be here.
Yeah, and of course, please come back again so that we can talk more.
I definitely will.
Yeah, and before we head out, though,
you can bring James.
Yay!
That little hoodlum.
Love James.
Before we head out, Mark and everyone, let them know where they can find you via social media.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE. And if you want to finally meet Lorraine Love, she will be hosting the RuPaul's Drag Race finale episode tomorrow night.
I'm glad she found something that fits.
I'm gonna knock some.
Trust me, I've been like going round and round, like what can I wear? Because I know it's gonna be hot in here. I have to wear the headphones, so I can't wear big hair.
Yeah.
So it's keeping it real.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wear nails, so it'll be fun.
I love it. Paige, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Paige Searcy at. Well, I'm saying my email. Everything is under Paige Searcy on my Instagram, Twitter, and that's basically all I have.
Yeah.
So PAIGESEARCY.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's it.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Matthew Evan, and you can also find me on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern for the Dancing with the Stars after show, #DWTS after show. Look forward to seeing you then.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms, and now including Snapchat. So make sure you find me at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday for another full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives, right here on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.